HorsePlayerNow.com's Joe Christovac joining you for another edition of Night School. And one of the most important aspects of handicapping is understanding race conditions. It's the job of the racing office to come up with races that are competitive and therefore bettable. There are a plethora of different conditions and a plethora of different class levels as well. Understanding those can go a long way towards cashing winning tickets. It all starts with being a maiden. If the connections of a horse think they have some talent, chances are they're going to run them in a maiden special weight race where they are ineligible to be claimed. There are also restricted maiden races for state-bred horses. In addition, there are maiden claimers, ranging from anywhere between $50,000 downwards of 10 grand or even 5,000. Many people believe that the drop from maiden special weight down into maiden claiming is the biggest class drop in racing. Once a horse has broken its maiden, there are a couple of different paths they can take. They can go into the claiming ranks if they're simply not that talented, or they can move on to allowances or potentially stakes races. Claiming races make up nearly 70% of the day-to-day racing in the United States, but not every claiming race has the same conditions. There are obviously a range of prices. Again, $50,000 would be a higher price claiming race, all the way down to the basement level, which at most tracks is in the $5,000 range. There are open claiming races for horses who have won recently. There are condition claiming races for non-winners of 2 lifetime, non-winners of 3 lifetime, and so on and so forth. There are waiver claiming races. These races allow horses coming back from layoffs to not be claimed in their first start back. There are also beaten claiming races for horses who haven't won recently. Maybe they haven't won in the last 6 months or even the last year. These are the legitimate basement level claimers. Allowance races are written to exclude winners at every level. Let's take a look at a few of those conditions. There are first, second, third, and even fourth level allowance races, 1X, 2X, 3X, and even 4X in your track program. There are restricted allowance races for state-breds, which are obviously easier on most occasions than open allowance races. There are conditioned allowance races, non-winners of a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. These races usually draw stakes caliber fields. And then there are optional claiming races with multiple eligibilities. You can pit a $25,000 claimer against a non-winners of 2 allowance horse. It allows for more horses to be entered in a particular race and a bigger and more competitive field. There are also starter allowance races for horses who have started for a claiming tag in the last 6 months to a year, who are now very good and their trainers no longer want them up for sale. When you own a racehorse, you always aspire to run in stakes. Stakes races are the highest level of racing. Grade 1 races, such as the Triple Crown and the Breeders' Cup, and even the Arlington Million. There are Grade 2 races and Grade 3 races as well. There are listed stakes races and restricted stake races for state-bred performers. At the racetrack, the condition book is known as the Bible. There are a ton of different races in this book for a variety of different horses. As a trainer, you want to put the horse at the right level in order to win races. As a bettor, you want to understand these conditions so you can compare fields and figure out which horse may be the most talented and the fastest. I've owned horses in the past, and for some reason, my condition book is stapled together. I guess my trainer doesn't want me to pick the races. Hope you enjoyed tonight's edition of Night School on Racing Conditions.
Hi, this is Larry Ravelli, a proud sponsor. Welcome to Night School.